Hi, I'm Martin Gettings. I'm here with Robert Steggles from NTT Communications. We're at the Total Telecom Festival 2014. Robert, can you give us a bit of an update on the story so far with NTT?
Yeah, sure. In 2010, we launched an internal strategy, which we call Global Cloud Vision. Kicked off with quite a big internal reorganisation in an attempt to kind of internationalise the business to boost the revenue growth. We're now 4 years into that plan. There's been a lot of investments, acquisitions, networks, data centre infrastructure, people skills, and we're starting to see the fruits of that now as the revenue is kind of growing and growing and the business is becoming more and more international.
So you say international. Are there any geographic areas you're focusing on, or is it truly global?
It's really kind of focusing outside of Japan. NTT Communications is historically Japanese telco, so the growth has been kind of all over the world. If you look at some of the recent acquisitions, Raging Wire and Vertella is in the US, Frontline in Australia, NetMagic in India, Gyron in the UK. It's really kind of all over.
So what are your underlying strategies for this growth?
Well, the primary driver that we have, which is kind of in our strap line, is to become a global ICT partner, primarily for multinationals. And I think the best way to say how we're doing that really is to address the complexity that there is with these big enterprises. I mean, if moving to cloud and what we put as seamless cloud was as easy as putting a credit card in the internet and firing up a load of virtual machines, people would have all done it by now. It is a lot more complex than that. So the complex solution skills, the selling skills, the operational skills, and the underlying reliability that you need to deal with that complexity are what we're pushing all the time internally.
And can you give us any insights of how NTT is different, how it's taking its approach to this?
Well, again, it's really looking at it fundamentally as a complex problem that needs to be solved, and that every problem is unique. Underlying there are cost drivers, of course. People want to save money, they want greater reliability, they want greater quality all the time, and those things are kind of easy to say, but then when you actually get to the engineering and how it fits with individual customers, really needs to be tailored with lots and lots of experts.
And do you think NTT's heritage, coming from Japan, one of the most technologically advanced nations, the experience it has helps with this?
Well, certainly there's a lot of innovation goes on. NTT invests heavily in innovation, and one of the things that's happened in the last few years is NTT Group has opened a research and development centre in San Jose, NTT I-Cubed. On top of its already quite substantial investments in Tokyo, or in Japan, I should say. So yeah, there is an emphasis on R&D, but I think the thing that customers tell us they like most out of the Japanese heritage, let's say, is the reliability. That's really what they're after.
And is there anything interesting you've seen here today at the festival?
Not so far for me, because I've only got here very recently. So I've had a good look round. There's some kind of interesting conversations I've had about Africa, which was very good, because we have one of the group company acquisitions was in Africa. So I had a good conversation about Kenya and also about the Middle East, about Bahrain and the Burj Al Khalifa, if I can say that correctly, and how we might help there. So yes, very interesting globally.
Great. Well, thank you very much for talking to us today at Total Telecom.
You're more than welcome. Thank you.